Tom Brady on the Let's Go podcast. You know, he said after the loss to the Panthers, we have a plan, they have a plan. And that's the reality of football. And that's why whatever you plan to do may not matter. Because the opponent always has something that is designed to be diametrically opposed to whatever it is that you're trying to do. And it all comes down to who can physically, whether through strength, through speed, through agility, through athleticism, can do the thing that they're trying to do. And right now it's not working for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, Chris, we're going to try to carve up a pie chart here of blame for the Buccaneers' current predicament. And I'm not ready to bury the 2022 Buccaneers. They're tied for first place in the NFC South with a 3-4 record, and the Falcons are 3-4, and they hold the tiebreaker over the Falcons, but they have lost 4 out of 5. This isn't where we thought they were going to be. They could still turn it around, but here's where they are right now. So blame for where they are right now, sub 500. First time Tom Brady's been sub 500 through 7 weeks since 2002, for crying out loud. We got 4 categories of blame. Let's see how big the slice of pie is that they get. Let's start with Brady. How much percentage of the total blame, and we will be keeping track of your numbers to make sure they add up to 100, Chris. How much of the blame goes to Tommy?
I think a significant amount here. You know, this isn't like, oh, just 10% or anything like that. All right, so again, I haven't hashed out all my numbers here, so I better be careful, all right? But I'm going to give him about 30% of the blame. In fact,
wow.
Yeah, I am. Well, why? First off, why not? I mean, why not? So let's first off, he's playing like crap. So let's just go there. Okay? He's been the #1 distraction for their football team this season. Let's go there. All right, so plays like crap and also the #1 distraction on the team. All right? Then, hey, the coaching and all that, I don't know how much of that was influenced by Brady coming back and all of that conversation to begin with. Then,
Bruce Arians would be the coach right now if he hadn't come back.
Well, so there you go. So he's influenced that. You know, he's also got to make the team and everybody think, like, did he really want to be here? I mean, the guy was trying to go to Miami and ditch us for a team that he thought was going to be better. So there's those issues as well. So that's where I guess I come to 30% a little bit there. I mean, there was a part of me that almost thought maybe 35, 40%. Again, it's all about him. Everything is about him. So he's got to get part of the blame here. And then if he's going to be the GOAT and not play, he's going to be GOAT in a bad way, then he's got to get some of the blame here. It can't just be, oh, okay. So that's where it's filtered to off the field as well. And that's, to me, where, you know, he's got to get some of that as well.
I don't care how many Super Bowl rings he has won. I don't care about anything he has ever done in the past. I don't care that he's the GOAT. When it comes to the confines of this football season, you've got guys who are focused on this season. That's all that matters. You have guys on that team that weren't there for the Super Bowl win in 2020. You have guys who were, that need proper leadership so they don't get complacent. Hey, we just won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Come on, this hurts too much. This takes too much work. I'm not going to keep pushing the way that Tom Brady is trying to get me to push, especially when he disappears for 11 days in training camp. And we know that, you know, there's something funny going on here. They act like they knew all along. Nobody knew what was going on. I mean, I'm just trying to view this from the perspective of somebody in the locker room who's expected to just go along with the hero worship.
Exactly.
The blind, unquestioned, it's Tommy. Whatever you do, whatever you say. I think that just all is unrealistic. These are human beings in the 21st century who are smart. They are capable of critical thinking. They see what people are saying. They read what people are writing. They see what's trending on Twitter, and they know what's going on. And when Tom Brady tries to MF, boy, I came dangerously close to saying the full 4-syllable word or 3-syllable word. When he does that, it rings hollow to me, and I'm sure it does to them.
Well, of course.
He's chewing on these guys the day after he decided to take a Saturday off in season.
Well,
but he's Tom Brady. He's earned it. Bull crap. It's the football team. Don't tell me you're all in if you're going to just take a Saturday off during football season and not be there for meetings and for a walkthrough. Don't tell me you're all in.
Well, when you know,
New York and you could have flown back.
Well, exactly. When you know you have a private plane access, and you could have easily been back that night. No, there's no doubt. I think that's what rubs people wrong across the league and everybody.
Why even have to go? I'm sorry. Why do you even have to go? I think Bob Kraft would have understood if Tom Brady wasn't there. He wasn't mad Bill Belichick wasn't there. Bill Belichick's working that night. That whole thing, I mean,
weird.
And this isn't just, I'm jumping on board because they lost their last 2 games. I said it from the get-go. This is weird. And I think guys in the locker room are looking at all of this and saying, this is weird. Can we just move on to the post-Tom Brady phase, please? And I'm not saying run him off now, but I think they're all kind of thinking, we'll regroup next year. And that's going to be the challenge, getting guys to not get into the we'll get him next year mindset.
Yeah. So what's your percentage? What do you got, big
I got
boy?
25. I already put it down there.
Okay.
It's in the sheet. I did it during the
see
break,
it on
and
there.
I counted my numbers.
Okay.
25.
The viewers want to hear it. The viewers
30.
can't see the sheet. You got to say it at some point, okay? So
right, 25.
that didn't speak like 25. I'll just say that much. What you said there spoke a lot greater than 25, but okay, we'll let you go there.
He didn't do it himself. Somebody allowed him to do it. So let's go on to the next category.
Sure.
Coaching. How much?
Coaching, I'm going to give 20% to the coaching, right? I mean, again, there's things that you're worried about. Yes, I get that. But they're also a little limited by, let's just talk the offensive side of the ball. You know, offensive line, there's the injuries, so that's an issue. There's no doubt about that. And then the team has gotten a little older and slower. And also, they're a little handicapped by a quarterback that will not, hang in the pocket and make throws of people around him. And he's not going to hold the ball an extra second to let the guy clear downfield and make the big throw and take the big shot. That's not going to be part of it, too. But the defense, again, the way they're letting up some big plays, I got to give, Todd Bowles and that side of the crew some part of this blame as well. So I'll throw 20% out there to the coaching.
I've got 20 as well, and look, I just think it's comical, but for the fact that it's Todd Bowles who's stuck with this. The idea that Bruce Arians, the clumsy justification for walking away 17 days after Tom Brady unretired, I wanted to give Todd Bowles, a better situation. I don't know that he really gave him an ideal situation. You've got a quarterback who's got a clear double standard. You've got a coach who has to stand up there from time to time and try to say with a straight face there isn't special treatment for Tom Brady when everyone knows there is. And I think the defense is worse because Todd Bowles isn't as involved in it. There is evidence that they're undisciplined, they're not effective, and it's just like when you take an offensive coordinator and make him the head coach. He's only got so many hours in the day. Todd Bowles is now running the show, and he's not as engaged in the defense as he's been in the past. And, this is the other side of having a coach who, head coach, Sean Payton style, Bruce Arians style, I'm in charge of the offense, I'll throw the keys to the defense to my coordinator. Great. I'll just focus on the defense all the time, and we'll be the best defense we can be. Oh, wait, now I'm the head coach too? Well, crap. How am I going to have time to do everything I need to do with my defense when I got to worry about all the stuff the head coach has to worry about? So I think that coaching counts for 20 here because of the dip in the defense. Look, Byron Leftwich, I feel bad for him. The window was open in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to believe. Did he try to make a power play to get Trent Baalke out? I don't know, but I don't know if that window is going to be open. I don't think that window is going to be open after this season. I mean, when you're hot, you better get one of those jobs because you may not be hot the next cycle, and Leftwich isn't going to be hot. And hey, maybe they miss Bruce Arians. And of course, Bowles resists consulting with, talking to Bruce Arians because it's my team. You got to set that aside at some point and say, we still have this guy on payroll. He's still an advisor to the GM. We can have him advising us a little bit on what we need to do to turn this around. And this is where the ego needs to be set aside, and you need to say, Bruce, is there something you can do to help us here? And also, one last point, how he handles Tom Brady.
Yeah.
What he says, all that stuff Bruce Arians used to say publicly about Tom Brady, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's saying those things. It worked.
100.
It worked.
He called Tom Brady out. He made Tom Brady better the last few years. Agreed with you there. 100%. I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday just about this. It's just that, he called out Tom Brady when he was jittery and throwing the ball into the ground because there was somebody within 2 feet of him. And it did. It put a poker up, close to his butt there and got him to play the way he needed to play to win football games.
Let's just do this. We've got front office and then other. Let's put both into other. Yeah, because we got to get through this. We got more stuff to do. And I want to do this because I feel like ownership and front office one and the same. Whether it's Jason Light doing what he thought he needed to do or doing it at the behest of ownership, I just think the broader non-football aspect of this is what created this problem. They happily accepted Tom Brady back on his terms, on his double standard, on his two sets of rules, because they want to put asses in the seats. They're thinking about business over football. We talked about that with roughing the passer. They're thinking about business over football. With this, the front office and ownership were willing to do whatever it took to get Tommy back.
Right.
I know you don't want to come out and say it, but we're getting the impression you don't really want Bruce Arians to be the coach. Just blink twice, Tom. You don't have to say it. Just give us a sign, please, that's what okay, we'll take care of that. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You need to take time off whenever you want. You want us to cover for you, make it look like it was pre-planned. Whatever you need. Whenever you want to take, whatever you need. Just come back so we can sell season tickets for the next 2 years, because we're going to require people to buy 2 years of season tickets if they want to have tickets for the last dance of Tom Brady, because we're here to make money. I mean, we act like we want to win Super Bowls, but we just won one. We can wait another 10 years before we try again. We just want to make a lot of money. And that's true of every team. They act like it's all about winning, winning, winning. Most of them, it's about money, money, money. And this move to bend over backwards for Tom Brady to get him to come back was money, money, money. They put money above football, and now they're paying the bill from a football standpoint. They'll still have a full stadium on Thursday night, and that's all they really care about. So I'm putting 55 on front office / ownership for this mess.
Well, I mean, I guess since we're doing front office deserves without a doubt, a big chunk. I know at first we had front office and other, and I was going to give front office 30%. Like I gave Brady. So now I guess I'm giving it 50% because there's 50 left over. I would.
Why more for front? When you're talking front office, you mean the GM, Jason Light?
Well, just the whole thing. One, I think yes, that and I think that filters over a little to ownership as well. They're part of the front office, so I was kind of including them in that. Other to me would have been like Gronkowski. All right, not coming back to play. Some unforeseen injuries. That was other to me. Front office was, to your point, we're just going to let Tom Brady do whatever the freak he wants, no matter what. He can do whatever. That's them. And then, not foreseeing some of the things on the roster, that the team is older and slower. And do we have a young receiver we drafted that we can throw out there? Oh, wait, we did, but I don't know. They don't play. So they must not be good enough. There's none of that. Not a valid replacement at tight end. We got an older running back. Not enough maybe depth on the offensive line to protect the injuries. We got Akeem Hicks who's hurt instead of just re-signing Sue. We let JPP go because we thought Cheyenne Traenka was going to take over. Oh, that ain't that good either. So I think they misevaluated their team a little bit as well, let alone, yes, ownership letting Brady just kind of do whatever he wants. To your point with the coaching or missing time or all of that, yeah, I'm putting all of that there together, and I'm putting Jason Light along that kind of ownership front office conversation all together, Mike, at least in my view.
See, I've got less of it on Light because he's just doing the bidding of ownership.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's one of the reasons why he's survived there as long as he has.
Right.
Because he's doing exactly what ownership wants, and I'm telling you. And
is he part of? Do you think he let Bruce Arians going to roam the sidelines and do all that? See. That's the other part that plays into this. That's weird that I put on the front office. Owner Jason Light, they're letting it go down, or no one was at least adult enough to go, this isn't going to be the best for our team. The fact that our ex-head coach is roaming the sideline and the camera's on him more than the actual head coach. So that's where I kind of put it all together too.
I remember there was a time last year you and I got into a real fight. Because we don't contrive it. We're not trying to come up with stupid debates. Hey, you take this side, I'll take this side, even if I don't believe this side. But we argued about Bruce Arians being a bully. And he does have a bully element to him. He bullies his way into whatever he wants. Now, they did finesse him out of the coaching job. They made him think that it was his decision, or they got him to agree to a plan that looked to the world like it was his decision. But I think Bruce Arians does what he wants to do. Draft room. When it was draft time, he's sitting there front and center like he's the captain of the ship, right? Former coach. Former coach, roaming the sideline. John with other teams. I mean, I think he does whatever he wants, and there's nobody in the organization to tell him not to, although I think in the past month or so, somebody probably told him, hey, you got to know your place.
Right.
The irony is, and I think I'm using the word properly, the irony is they could use him right now. They need Bruce Arians to try to turn this thing around. Let's see if they figure out that they need a little more Bruce to get a little more Tom to get a few more wins. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.